How's it going, ladies and bruisers? I'm Bobby Sixkilla and welcome back to Tokyo Dark. We are looking now for the collector and we need 3 paper cranes outside this elevator so that we can access his spooky ass shop. But unfortunately we're 1 paper crane short still. 2 cranes, I can't believe those rumors are true. Assuming everyone's not lying to me, there's 1 more to go. I don't know where to look for this one though. Like, who's left to talk to? This guy maybe? No. And something about the billboards are going to be telling us or showing us what we want and all that sort of jazz. But I don't know. Wait. That's the cat cafe. Is there someone I haven't talked to yet? Oh, that's the cat cafe. We haven't done that one, have we? We did the cat maid cafe. We didn't. Sorry, I get confused. There's so many cat-related objects around here. About the collector you mentioned earlier. The cat breeder. Sure. Yeah, sure. But now's not a good time. Tomo keeps throwing up and pooping. A lot. I'm worried it might be really sick. I don't know what to do. When did all this start? Yesterday, his tummy seemed a little upset, but I didn't think much about it. But this afternoon, he really started to, explode, if you catch my drift. Sorry. I don't get it though, nothing in his diet has changed. It does sound odd. What's he eat normally? Oh, you know, the usual stuff. Just sashimi mostly. Sashimi? You're joking, right? Feed a cat sashimi? No, of course not. Why would I joke about that? You can't feed a cat sashimi. Of course you can. In the wild, cats catch fish right out of the streams. It's the same thing. It's not exactly the same. I have a cat and I bet you feed it the store-bought foods with all the extra vitamins and minerals added in, right? Well, yeah. Ha, sucker. You bought into the corporate lies about pet health. Kitties can't be healthy eating that chemical swill. Chemical swill? My cat's also not puking everywhere, so... Sorry, I guess you're right. I got a little carried away. I didn't mean to be rude, especially since you're only trying to help. That's alright, your cats do seem pretty healthy. Was there anything different about today's lunch order? Now that you mention it, I usually only order 1 box from Suichi, the sushi vendor next door. But for the last few days I've received 2 boxes. I didn't really think anything of it until you mentioned it. Oh, what do I do? Say, you don't seem too busy. That's very rude. Why? Why don't I seem busy? I am busy. I'm very busy. Do I have a face that says, please give me errands? Fucking clearly. This is our 3rd one in this street. Well, no, but you're a fellow cat lover and you seem so nice. Suck up. It would only take a second to go talk to Suichi. Honest, it would. But I can't leave the store. I'll mind the store, you go. I can't even think straight about the cat collector or anything else until this is off my mind. Please go talk to him. Conned. Fine. Alright, I'll have my chat with the Suichi and see what he knows. Thanks, you're a lifesaver. Like, I'm trying to be good, I'm trying to be nice, I'm trying to be helpful. Drive me up the fucking wall, lady. Hi, Suichi, right? I was wondering if you can set up recurring lunch orders. Maybe twice a week or something. Yep, that's no problem at all. We do that kind of thing a lot for businesses around here. Why do you ask? I was just at the cat cafe next door and saw one of your boxes. And work's moving me here in a few weeks, so I thought I'd see what my options were. It came from Sachiko's place. Huh? Yeah, she's had a standing order with me for years. I'm surprised a woman so small can eat 2 whole boxes. 2 boxes? No, her order's only for 1. And she was ordering 2, I'd suspect she was feeding it to her cats. Huh. Yeah, that would be crazy. Anyway, do you normally deliver them yourself? Sachiko's right next door and a very sweet lady. So I always try to do it personally. That said, when it gets a bit hectic, I can ask some of the other regulars around here to run it up for me instead. If you see Sachiko, make sure you give her my regards. I try to get up there next time. So about that standing order you wanted to set up. I need to think about it a little bit more. I'll get back to you later. Thanks for the help. A little sketchy maybe, but definitely not a cat poisoner. Finding who supplied that 2nd box should lead me to a suspect. How though? Where are the boxes? Are the boxes here that we can look at? Who else deals in sashimi around here? I suppose I lucked out getting an apartment that allows animals. If I didn't, you'd probably find me in a cat cafe every other day. Are you a cat crazy? A crazy cat lady? me too. That's Atsuichi's bookstore. Doesn't look like he's around. I'm also a crazy cat lady. You like cat cafes? Cats? No, I don't like cat. Have an allergy, understand? What'd you have for lunch? Lunch? I'm not interested, thank you. Okay. Surely it's not one of you lot. I can't really accuse him of poisoning cats. He doesn't even know what the hell's going on. He's completely clueless. Maybe the sketchy looking guy at the end of the street. You like cat cafes? Huh? Yeah, sure, they're alright. But I used to have a cat growing up. What'd you have for lunch? What, you asking me on a date, lady? When I'm on the clock, I usually get a box of sushi from Suichi down the street. Okay. Accused of poisoning cats seems like a bit of a leap in logic, don't you? We've got very little evidence, and by that I mean we have absolutely no evidence apart from the fact that there's only 2 people on the street, and one of them can't fucking speak to us. I guess we have to accuse him of being a poisoner? I don't know, hang on. There's another person up this end if I remember correctly. This guy. Are you poisoning people? You like cat cafes? You can catch me dead in a place like that. I hate cats. Every time I see one, it always tries to scratch me. What'd you have for lunch? That's a weird thing to ask. I had a box lunch from the convenience store. Why? Fine, whatever. What the hell are you talking about? What cats? Why would I do something like that? Alright, it's definitely the guy at the far end then. We're just gonna run around accusing people because I don't know, because that's how we investigate apparently. Huh? How'd you... Wait, it's not what you think. I rent the apartment above her shop, and the furballs are always yowling at night. The nutjob owner gives them sashimi at lunch, so I just added some laxatives to it is all. Wouldn't seriously hurt them or nothing. A little cleanup is fair play. Fair payback for the cats keeping me up day after day. That woman's ruining my damn life and doesn't care. I know I'm not the only one who thinks that either. She should be glad it was me who taught her a lesson and not someone else. Alright, fine, I get it. You're at the end of your rope. Thing is, I'm kind of a cat person and I'm kind of a cop. Consider this a warning. Fine, whatever you say, lady. There you go, done. That's a strange way to investigate things, running around just randomly accusing people of shit, but I guess whatever works, right? This may not surprise you, but your upstairs neighbour isn't your biggest fan. Takumi, that little rat, what did he do? Is Tomo gonna die? If he does, I'll wring his little neck. No, it's only some laxatives in the food. I think he wants to ruin your day, not harm the cat seriously. Oh, thank goodness, I'm so relieved. If it's laxatives, Tomo should be fine in a day or 2, once it clears out of his system. What a little scumbag, what's his problem? You mentioned the cats have been keeping him up at night. A few weeks of that and anyone might crack. You're right, I'm so used to it I didn't notice, but I'll get a contractor to see about finally soundproofing this place. Tomo, you nearly made my heart stop. I'm glad you'll be okay. Now that one mystery's behind us, can we return to our discussion about the collector? Of course, I've only visited her once. I wanted to add a very rare Balinese breed to the cafe. After searching for weeks, I was convinced it was nowhere to be found in Tokyo. Just when I'd given up hope, I got an email out of the blue from her saying that she had the breed I was looking for, and to come to her shop. Suffice to say, I was ecstatic. Business is doing alright, so I had some money to spare too. Only she didn't want money. She wanted Panda.
Huh?
She wanted a panda? No, Panda was the name of an old cat I had. She was nothing special. An old mixed breed who moved to Tokyo with me when I was starting out. I doubt I would have started this business if it weren't for him. But he was also really old and having some health problems. The collector said she'd take care of him, giving him the best medical care, feed him the best food. Panda's last days have been complete comfort. In exchange, she'd give me the Balinese kitten for free. I thought it was the right thing to do, so... But Panda was family. What kind of person am I? I gave him away. I miss him so much. I tried to go back and give the kitten back for Panda, but the 3 cranes outside her shop were gone. I never saw her or with Panda again. That's all I remember. Sorry. Remembering Panda always makes me sad. Thanks for the help. I should get back to work. That should be it. We should have all 3 cranes now. Let's go. Oh, yep, this is gonna get creepy. This doesn't seem right. Doesn't match the descriptions I got at all. What was that? Who's there? Raina? Is that you? Huh? Who's there? Look around you. Interesting, isn't it? It said that the cranes can grant a wish. What is it you wish for? I've never been one to believe in wishes. Are you him? The Collector? The Collector. Crow. One of many names given to me over the years. Ah, but we've got no time to waste on such boring, trivial things as introductions. Don't you want to know who I am? Oh, I know who you are, Detective Ito. Or should I say, Investigator. So hard to keep straight. I suppose it's irrelevant what you call yourself now, as you've arrived exactly where you need to be. Something's different, yes. Yes, I wonder what it is. Ah, that's it, you're like me, after a fashion. You see things differently from those around you. The world is not so solid and unchanging as it is for them. Things bend. They break. Am I wrong? No, nothing's been the same since Kamakura. Yes, of course, the girl you murdered, Raina. Was that your fault? Something made me? Then you're a puppet, dancing at the end of your strings to a tune you cannot hear? No, that's not what I said. I'm no one's puppet. Are you so sure, Detective? Do you really feel like everything you've done is under your control? When faced with the impossible, you're so certain that every choice you make is your own. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they're made for me. Which is easier, I wonder? The knowledge that the cause of all your suffering and joy is your own doing? Or someone else's? I don't have time for this. Of course, our conversation has tilted towards the philosophical, but you're not here for philosophy. You want something more tangible. I want information. Facts. No, it is my business to know what people desire, and that is not what you seek. What is it you want, truly? Tanaka. I want to know what really happened to him. No, it's not only that. I want to know what's happening to me too. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm tired of chasing after clues that lead to dead ends. Perhaps I can be of some help to you. But first, please indulge me. I have a few questions. I'm curious, so curious. You're such a unique visitor after all. Yes, nothing like the others. Fine, what do you want to know? I find it interesting that someone like you would drink on the job. You mean in the hostess bar 2 weeks ago? Yeah, what of it? It seems so obvious a mistake. Why did you make it? For information. It was for the case. I didn't think I'd get information otherwise. Not that it changed anything. On the night of your partner's disappearance, you found your way into the sewer using a man. Why him? A witness saw him. A witness placed him in that sewer. Why not go directly to the source? What is this, some sort of psych test? I came here for answers, enough with the games. It's no game, Detective. I can give you what you seek. This is my price. That's it? If you wanted information to use against me, seems you've already got enough. Blackmail? How pedestrian. Simplistic. No, I've no interest in that. Then what do you want? Everything I collect brings me closer to an understanding. Much like you. Only the puzzle I assemble is considerably larger, and the piece you provide is well worth the trouble. Shall we continue? Do I have a choice? You've already made it. You show such little patience, Detective. Surprising considering the effort you took to get here. The girl, Raina, she's the one you've been chasing, yes? Let's talk about her. Why didn't you shoot her again in the sewers? She was holding your dear Tanaka at knife point. Why didn't you pull the trigger? Keep her talking. The situation was hopeless. The best I could do was keep her talking. Learn as much as I could. Interesting, most interesting. Though she's gone, the sleepless nights continue, don't they? You've taken your pills 5 times. Do they not cloud your mind? Impede your understanding? Does it not make you question the futility of it all? Most interesting. Perhaps you've told me enough. Yes, this is most useful. I accept this trade. In return, you want... what is it? Ah, yes, that's right, a path. A way forward. I suppose it's your turn to ask the questions now. The mask. I don't know why, but I get a hunch that you'll know what this is. What is it? Raina was obsessed with it. It must be important, but I can't figure it out. Ah, I see. A most interesting relic. It makes people do the most fascinating things. Why did Raina want it so badly? It is a tool. Instead of living in fear of it, why not use it? It may be the key to help you find your precious Tanaka. Though as powerful as it is, one cannot expect to use it knowing nothing about it. You said it yourself. It all started in Kamakura. The Kawanas have quite a history with that mask. The Kawanas? Mine? The Shrine Maiden girl? Her grandmother was the one who gave it to me. The very same. It gives me the creeps. Maybe I should have gotten rid of it. Don't do that. You'll never find your way without it. Where is Tanaka? Is he alive? In the dark. Whether he lives? That is more difficult. The dark. That's not the first time I heard that. What is it? Where can I find it? A better question is, where can it not be found? Can you not feel it around you? Following you at every turn? It pays great mind to those within its walls. You know of whom I speak. The common thread that binds all this misery in your heart. Raina. And if that's where she is, Tanaka must be there too. The girl's thread is a complicated one, yes, very tangled. It begins in Kicho, and a talent agency called Omega. Kabukicho? I know it well enough. As I imagine any officer of the law would. The dark is a sacred place. It lives and breathes, changes shape and goes where it pleases. And it is the girl whose suffering determines its shape. Without understanding its root, you will never find your way. Or it could tear you apart. Like it almost already has. What are you? A dressmaker, a cat breeder, a blackmailer? Seems no one in this town can agree on anything about you, except your name. There's no way anyone could know what you do, it's impossible. So what are you? Take a look around you. Is it not familiar? Can you not smell it? The stench of corruption. You've been here for so long, longer than you can imagine. Feeling the desires, the loves, the hatred of mankind flow through this place. For you, detective, I'm exactly who you need me to be. Now, shall we return our attention to the matter at hand? Our trade, after all, was not for the knowledge of how I fit into your story. It was for a way to clear the... How'd you put it? Ah yes, to clear the dead ends you run up against. Let us reconsider your problem. The mask and the dark are inexorably linked. Pursuing one without the other is futile. Now, you are an enemy of the dark. It will reject you without understanding it, and you'll be lost without the necessary tool. How will I know when a path has been opened? Ask your puppet master. My end of the bargain has been upheld. You seem awfully eager to help me. What's the catch? Something tells me I'm going to regret talking to you. Paranoia, an unnecessary feeling. As I said, people fascinate me, especially ones as unique as yourself. You're a detective. I've only given you the tools you need to finish the job. From there, now that is the interesting part. I look forward to seeing you progress. Consider your debt to be partially repaid. The rest I shall collect at another time. Tell me, my little puppet, if you can see your strings, does that dance not continue? Until we meet again. That wasn't very helpful, considering all the effort we went to get there. What now? We're going home now. We go to the police station. The air in the collector's basement was stagnant and heavy. If I'd stayed any longer, I felt it may have suffocated me. By the time I was there, Akihabara faded away into a distant memory. I returned to the surface, put my hand up to shield my eyes from the sunlight and listened to the people on the street. Their conversation seemed so pointless, part of a world I no longer belonged to. The busy sounds of the suites swept the cobwebs from my mind, forcing me to remember everything I told the collector and everything he impossibly knew. I told him so much, but did I have a choice? Maybe he was right and I was a puppet after all. At that moment it didn't matter. The dark and the mask both belonged to a world I was now a part of. Normal methods of investigation wouldn't lead me to them. Countless paths were narrowed down to two, and I had no choice but to march forward toward the leads I'd been given. As I left Akihabara behind, one thing bothered me. How did the collector know so much about me? Was I really so easy to read? I didn't have time to dwell on it. Kazuki and Reina were in the dark. That much had all been but confirmed. I now had the means, however impossible, to find them. Two paths, the mask and the dark. Both were necessary, and I had to make a choice of which to follow first. Chase after the talent agency in Tokyo's red light district, or back to Kamakura to visit Mai, the girl I nearly got killed. Neither seemed very appealing. My logical side didn't understand how either would help, but as everything around me cracked and crumbled away, logic didn't matter anymore. I had to choose, or maybe something would choose for me. Let's go to Kabukicho first, I suppose, or it's grayed out. I don't want to go back to Kamakura. That place is scary with scary mask lady. The collector mentioned a talent agency by the name of Omega here in Kabukicho, with ties to Reina. Unless there's a big site advertising it, which I highly doubt, I'll need to ask around to find it. Based on the dragon motifs and the general vibe around the building, I'd guess this place is no normal bar. Who knows how many other places around here the Yakuza have dipped their fingers into. There's some cops and we could ask them. Hey, hold up. Don't I know you? Who, me? Yeah, you, unless you're hiding something behind your back. Aren't you the detective whose face was all over town a few weeks back? Yeah, that's it. How didn't I recognize you before? Hey guys, didn't someone from HQ come by and ask us about her earlier? Maybe we should call it in. Hold on, Denjiro. Do you really think that's a good idea? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm not risking my job over some nobody detective. Yeah, well, call it into HQ. You might be risking more than your job if you know what I mean. Bree's right. We shouldn't... Why should we stick our necks out when she hasn't even done anything wrong? Being on leave doesn't mean she can't walk around, does it? I'm with Ryu. I doubt I'd need to remind you boys what happens when you ruffle the wrong feathers at HQ. You guys can't be serious. Look, I'm not saying we arrest her, only you're gonna piss off the wrong people, Denjiro. I don't know how much more obvious I need that to be for you to get it. No one, not even the detective here, is worth bringing down her wrath. Especially right now. Things aren't exactly on stable ground around here since the Mifune family shakeout. They need a repeat of Officer Ono. Peak for a promotion one day and then some anonymous tip comes to HQ that Ono's been selling a little dope on the side. He even got a gun to tie him to a crime scene. Yeah, a gun that's mysteriously gone missing from evidence. You think that story's true? Does it really matter if it is or not? The point is, he asked too many questions around here and now he's in jail. Some police we are, held hostage by some woman. Ah, screw it. Maybe you guys are right. Suppose if that guy from HQ asks again, we can say we didn't see any detective tonight. That's right, we didn't see you. And you definitely didn't talk to us. Got it? Yeah, I got it. Being on the street around here isn't exactly an easy position to be in, huh? You mean at the bottom? Yeah, it doesn't give us a whole lot of options. Feels like I'm always stuck between HQ and all the other shit going on around here. I'm not sure which is worse, honestly. You read the papers, don't you, detective? You heard about the Mifune family, right? Yeah, I'm sure she has. And that's all you need to say on the subject. You never know who's working for who around here, so let's put a lid on it. Listen, detective, whatever you think you are, we are, or what you think goes on around here, isn't so simple as good cops and bad cops. Remember that. Kabukicho might not be perfect, but we do our best to keep the peace, right? Right. Like Ryu said, we're trying our best, so don't cause any trouble for us, and we'll return the favour by not letting HQ know about this. There's plenty scarier than HQ out there. That's for sure. Why do you move along, detective? I think I'll do just that. Good luck, officers. Seems like this club's pretty popular and already has a lot of customers. Maybe talking to some of the regulars to give me a good idea on where to start looking for Omega. Alright. Let's do it. Can I ask you something? Whoa, I wasn't doing anything. You're a cop, right? No, you got me all wrong. I'm looking for a talent agency by the name of Omega. Why'd you think I was a cop? Only cops ask that many questions right off the bat. Well, that and your costume had me fooled. You gotta be careful walking around like that. Oh, I got it. You're some kind of performer, right? What are you doing looking for Omega? Omega's a wash. You won't get any work from them. Why, you know what, sweetheart? It just so happens I work for one of the best agencies in town. We handle all types. Models, performers, actors, you name it. Even a mature woman such as yourself will have no problem finding work for us. That's if you're fine with staying in costume. My lucky day. That's the spirit. Have a drink with me, babe. I'll get you signed up. I'm sure I can find work for you in no time. Like I said, I'm looking for Omega. A friend of mine recommended them, so it'd be rude not to talk to them first, at least, right? If you ask me, your friend's got no taste. You shouldn't waste your time with those losers. No one's even seen those guys around for months. Word on the street is that they've run up a bit of debt with the wrong people, if you know what I mean. Anyway, you didn't hear that from me. You know where I am if you want a real chance, babe. The Yakuza. Can I ask you something? Yeah, sure, you don't need my permission. You heard of an agency around here called Omega? Omega? No, it doesn't ring a bell. Why, what's it to you? I'm looking for a missing girl. Missing, huh? Was she foreign? Looking for a nightclub? Maybe working for some of the other types of clubs? I don't remember asking your opinion on the girl, only if you knew about the agency. Either way, ours is the same. I don't know no Omega, and you probably won't find her even if I did. Girls go missing all the time around here. Catch my drift. Care to be more specific? No, I don't. Don't think you delicate types can handle it. Let's just say not everyone is nice to the ladies in those places, as I am. And leave it at that. Stir the pot with questions like that and you're bound to end up in trouble. So, if you want help, go ask someone else. And there's more. Evening. You know anything about a talent agency called Omega? I heard they were based here. Are you insane? It's not like I'm asking you to tell me there personally. What's the issue? You do know where you are, don't you? Omega ran up against some people. The same people who own this club. And they lost. The Mifune takeover has already racked up quite the body count, and I don't plan on being added to it. I'm not sure who you're working for, but you've come at a bit of a sensitive time. If I were you, I'd turn around and walk out that door. Hell, she'll probably kill them too. Killed who? Him, you know. Higashi, the owner of Omega. Everyone knew he owed the Mifune family a small fortune. The word on the street is that there's been a little spring cleaning of any disloyal retainers. Do I need to spell it out for you? Good, I've already said too much. You should stop asking around too. You never know who's listening. I have to ask. Can you spare a minute? Oh, how long have you been standing there? Me, I just got here. Why so jumpy? Sorry, there was a big scary guy with a scar a little before you. He acted friendly enough, but it made me feel a little uneasy. He kept asking me what I was doing here, and if I wanted to go somewhere and have a drink with his friends. Honestly, I've been waiting for a good moment to duck out. I think you made the right decision by staying put. If you ask me, have you ever heard of a talent agency around here called Omega by chance? Omega, never heard of it. I'm actually not ever in this part of town. A friend of a friend invited me out here for a few drinks, but she hasn't shown her face yet. It's starting to stink of some sort of weird setup. Anyway, I still have some pride, so I'm not going to tuck my tail and run just yet. Good luck finding that agency or whatever you're looking for. And if you see that guy I mentioned earlier, watch your back. Wait. Is that this guy? Okay, we've done this. I thought it would go away when after we were done talking. Alright, I guess we're done in here. Oh wait, what about this one? Did we talk to you? Oh yeah, we did. Okay, never mind. I think we're done in here. Can we leave? I'm not sure we can leave. Okay, and these are all the same, so I need to find the exit. Let me out of this place, you bastard. I love the music in here, but I need to go. I'm sorry. Oh wait, I haven't talked to you. Hey, do you know this area? What? I had a question about... What? Speak up. I can't hear you. The speaker's right there. You're gonna have to talk louder. I'm looking for an agency. You're looking for a vacancy? And what? No one... You're what? I'm looking for information about Omega Talent Agency. Do you know anything? What? You really shouldn't shout things like that around here. Excuse me, miss. We're hoping you might join us next door. Consider it an invitation from an admirer. Besides, it's a much nicer venue than this dump. Yeah, in fact, we'd be happy to escort you. Who do you think? We're just businessmen, doing our business. I'd rather not. Take a few steps back, creep. You think I'll go anywhere with you? Yeah, I think you will. Sorry if we were a little too polite before. I wasn't asking your permission. Forcing me would be a big mistake. Oh yeah, how do you figure? Look around, you think anyone's gonna help you? Promise you this much. People seeing us escort you out of here, and they'll look the other way. Now, I could probably break your nose right now. Order a drink and the bartender would bring me that drink before he even dreamed of wiping the blood off the floor. Not that I'm threatening you, understand? Of course not, we wouldn't want you to feel like you're in danger. Now let's go. That's the Scarface guy. Welcome, come in. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kasumi Mifune. I appreciate you coming by to talk. Your thugs didn't give me much of an option. How you think you're calling me? You are calling me a thug. We're businessmen, you got that? Oh, I've got it alright. But don't think that dressing in a suit makes you any less of a thug. Say another word, you cop bitch. Enough, you say another word and I'll make you wish you hadn't. Now get out, both of you. Yes, boss. My apologies. The quality of help you find these days isn't quite up to the standard that was in my father's time. Wild dogs can be difficult to train, but they'll come around, even if I have to beat it into them. Sit down, relax. Can I get you a drink? No thanks. I see. Then excuse me while I pour one for myself. Why don't we skip the small talk and you tell me why I'm here? I'm getting to that. Seems you're a woman who doesn't like to waste time. Good. As luck would have it, neither am I. Let's get right to it. A short while ago, a couple of men downstairs ran up to tell me you, a cop, had walked into my bar and into one of my nightclubs. Then I hear you sniffing around asking about one of my investments. Investments? You mean Omega? Smart girl. Tell me, Ayami Ito. Why is it that there's a cop going around asking pointed questions like that? More curious still, not just any cop, but a publicly shamed cop on leave. A shame cop who has a history of, how did they word it? Ah yes, a history of psychotic episodes. How do you know all that? We all have friends, Detective Ito, and when detectives are wandering around my part of the city, my friends tell me everything I want to know. Honestly, you don't seem all that crazy to me. As to why you're after Omega, let's say you piqued my interest. Sorry, look at us. You said no small talk, and here we are. Off in the bushes somewhere. Let's get back on track, shall we? As you're not acting in any official capacity, it's safe to say that no one knows you're here, correct? No, I suppose they don't. In your position, I might have tried to lie, but I appreciate the honesty. It was a rhetorical question anyway. I know for a fact that there's no one coming for you. Funny, you don't strike me as the stupid type, and yet you've willingly entered a den of vipers. If you valued your neck, staying on your shoulders, surely you wouldn't do something so reckless. You can skip the threats. If you want to do something to me, you'd have done it already. Plus, you're smart enough to know not to hurt a cop, even one in my position. Good, I like you. Given your prickly demeanor, I doubt you're working with one of my competitors, and you're definitely not here for your police buddies. Okay, I give up. I have to know. What is it exactly you want to know about Omega? I'm looking for this girl. Her name is Raina. I was told she was involved with the agency somehow. I want to know what happened to her. How very noble of you. Figuring that out might be a bit difficult, as I'm afraid Omega is an extremely recent acquisition. To get back further, you'll have to talk to its president and former owner, a man named Aichi Higashi. And it just so happens that makes two of us who'd like to have a word with him. Like peas in a pod, us two. Unfortunately, when he handed over the business, he came a bit, how should I put it, forgetful about his outstanding debts to us. And the poor thing is so scared of me, he's ignoring all my calls. Probably thinking I'd do something awful to him if I found him. I can't imagine how he'd get that idea. Can you? Maybe you prefer talking to a police officer instead of talking to me. I'm not some green recruit. I know how this works by now. What's the catch? You'd never tell me where he was and send me on my way for nothing. Of course I wouldn't. You'll have to prove that you can be trusted first. There's someone else I need you to talk with. Bit of a softer target than Higashi. Pretty good deal, right? Everything you're looking for in exchange for one little job? I'll do what I have to do. Oh, don't make this more difficult than it has to be. You'll agree eventually, so why fight it? I know a lot about you. Top of your class, one of the best detectives on the force. You wouldn't let something as pesky as morals get in the way of good information, would you? I've heard about you too, Kasumi Mifune. Or more accurately, I've heard a lot about your father. As you should. My father was a good man. It's not surprising you know more about him than me. That'll change soon enough. I won't be a footnote in his story much longer. My father always undervalued the power of information, but I really get to know the people I associate with. You, for instance. Everything you've done paints the picture of someone who's very determined and very desperate to find this girl of yours. Don't let other people tell you otherwise, Detective. I think those traits are a wonderful combination. However, it also means you don't have a whole lot of bargaining power right now. If you don't want to work with me, that's fine. You can go home and quietly overdose on whatever medication they've got you taking instead. Furthermore, I could just refuse your request altogether, but that would be so boring. We both need something, so let's help each other instead. Do the job I ask, and I'll tell you what you need, what I know about little Higashi. As I was saying, Like him, there's another business owner in Akihabara who was unfortunately behind on her payments as well. Such a shame too, I really wanted a straightforward relationship with this one. See, I help out with a few things, and in exchange she kicks back a little of her business. Sometimes we send over new contracts to renegotiate the terms of our mutually beneficial relationship. Sadly, she's neglected to sign the newest one. I'm a cop, not some Yakuza debt collector. Do it yourself. Suspended cop. You can't parade your badge around as proof that you're some white knight anymore. Due to the recent transition of power, I can't do it myself just this minute. The dogs at the Tokyo Police Headquarters started painting whenever me or any of my men are seen outside Kabukicho. I'm not asking you to club someone's head in. I'm only asking you to give them a friendly reminder to keep up to date on their paperwork. Easy, right? Here, take it. Do this for me, and I'll feel a lot more comfortable giving out the information about Omega. Also, I'll remind you, with your impending review, it would be unseemingly if it got out that you were meeting with a Yakuza, wouldn't it? Blackmail, huh? That's such an ugly word, and here I thought we were becoming friends. No, I'm just stating facts of the situation is all. The business you're going to is a cat cafe in Akihabara. Kazu can give you the address on the way out. Wait, a cat cafe or what? A cat cafe? What else would it be? Well, a cat cafe or a cat-made cafe. What? Are we talking cats or people dressed like cats? Because a freaking cat cafe, actual cats, adorable, fluffy, precious cats. Why the hell would I invest in some stupid maid cafe? Cats, normal cats. Damn it, now I'm all worked up. Look, go get the damn contract signed and we'll talk. Man, I pissed off the Yakuza boss. Oh, well, I guess we have to wrap this one up. And the next one, I guess we're gonna go shake down the cat cafe that we just helped before. Because now we work for the Yakuza. Till then, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks again out for me, and I'll see you in the next one.